Hi, I'm Charles Benson from Conquered Flesh. You probably never heard of us. We're a local band from the DFW area. Sorry my hair looks really bad today, but it's not about looks, I guess. But today we're going to demo out a DIGITECH RP255. It's my brother's pedal. I'll show you what it looks like real fast. It's an upgraded version of the DIGITECH RP200, and they've even got an upgraded version of the of the RP250. It's called the 255. I accidentally called it the RP255, but his pedal's RP250. But anyways, let's start off with a demo of the amp models. This would be the 57 Champ. It's a Fender. Here we go. Now, I can't spend too much time on just one amp model because I only have 10 minutes to make this video. Next one is a 57 Deluxe. Here we go. Get a nice blues kind of sound for this. That's kind of what those amps were meant for. Really, people didn't really push them into overdrive until like the 60s because people were scared of that sound in the 50s. This one's a 59 Basement. That's one of the amps that started that overdrive sound, really. Alright, 65 Twin Reverb. There we go. 65 Deluxe Reverb. This one's got some breakup on it, which is pretty cool. Now the 65 Twin, that was a very clean amp, but nevertheless it could be pushed into overdrive a little bit anyways. Not too much, but a little bit if you push it hard. Here's the 68 Plex, which is based on a Marshall Plexi. And it cleans up really well too. If you roll the volume knob back, kind of like the real thing. Plexis aren't really an overbearingly high gain amplifier. They're kind of like a light gain, but really good blues tone and early rock. But if you wanted to push it into more drive, you just put a distortion, more of an overdrive or a tube screamer in front of it, and you'd really get some nice scream out of it. But now we're moving on to the next amp model. That would be the 77 Master Volume. It's based on one of them Marshalls that came out in the late 70s, one of the 2203s. It's actually not called a 77 Master Volume. It's actually called like a JMP Mark II or something like that. Or probably the 2203, but here we go. Drive it, but it has almost the same sound with a little bit more gain, and it's a little bit more smoother. Now let's go to the JCM 800 model. This is a pretty good sounding distortion too. can't tell, I've turned off the cabinet simulation on these things because they sound real just fried and pixelated. Like, I'll show you real fast. I'll turn on one of the cabinet models. It sounds real computerized, and ironically though, the pod pedal sounds better if you leave the cabinet simulation on, but that's another story. Alright, next model, JCM 900 model. And this is a little bit heavier sounding Marshall than the others. Alright, Vox AC-15. Gee, I wonder what that's based on. Maybe it's based on like a Crate Blue Voodoo or something. Not. This is a Vox amp model. Here we go. I only got like 4 minutes left of this video, so let's get her done. Alright, that's your AC-15 sound. I don't have time to really play on them. I'd have to make a second video. Alright, top boost, which would be an AC-30 top boost. I really do like the way they do the modeling on here, because that's supposed to be power tube distortion, what they're emulating or whatever. And it definitely does sound like an amp cranks, because it's got all that bottom end and the EQs are just kind of going crazy, which is kind of what happens when you push your amp into power tube saturation. High watt. Alright, Mark IIc. It's based on a Mesa Boogie. And as Carlos Santana says, this amp really boogies. Alright, for all you freaking metalheads out there, Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier. Very high gain tone. Alright. Matchless. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's a boutique amp of some sort. Alright. Running out of time. DIGITECH Solo. Good for like, I don't know, shredding. It's a pretty good lead tone. It's an original by DIGITECH. DIGITECH Metal, I think it's their version of like a Line 6 Insane. They don't say that, but I can just tell by the way the distortion was cracking. There you go. Actually, that's the best amp model on this pedal. DIGITECH Bright, it's a clean model. Yeah, alright. Sorry that I'm going so freaking fast. But here we go. This is DIGITECH Clean. As you can tell, it's a very high gain sound. It's probably based on like mixing the fenders together. DIGITECH Gain. It's their high gain amp model. I personally think it sounds kind of like a Soldano on steroids. Alright, I'm almost out of time. Acoustic Red. Oh, an acoustic amp model. Gee, I wonder what that means. It means nothing. I'm running through a power amp, so if I actually turn off all the amp modeling, you hear an absolute dead clean sound. My power amp does not color my tone at all. It is strictly there to make me loud. It's a hi-fi power amp, so it's solid state, but it's very